Okay, so this is a very, very, very personal discussion video I want to discuss for a long time. It has to do with Sasori of the Red Sound. Now, please understand that I made our earlier Sasori video this year that the media forced me to do in order to be in denial. So, like, I would get like multiple signals from gangs and shit. They forced me to make this video earlier, saying, "Oh, that's why this, and that." Well, I already went all out in the first video. Okay, so anyway. There's this guy in Naruto, his name's Sasori of the Red Sand. Now I want to tell you, there's this long ass fucking history I have with this character that really died out, but never really died out of heart. I started looking at him more, freaking better over time, even outside of my fucking escape mechanism. What he used to be is he gave me a big ass excuse to, I think, kind of be gay at times. So like, I was going through school and I was fucking getting rejected by girls, like this and that. I would go home and I would spam Sasori Ultra Ninja Storm 2, and at the time, he was the most, the gayest fucking character to fucking work with the fucking, with the moveset. He gave me the fucking, a gay ass reason to keep playing with him, but the more you play with him, the more things you figure out about him. So I want to connect this to, this may be connected to cringe or this community of the generation, because what Sasori is this, Sasori, like what I learned over time, so how did I figure out and got obsessed with Sasori? Okay, so I started off when I was in 7th grade. I liked Sasori back when he was in Scorpion form better back in the day, because he was an extra threat, because not the way I like Kankuro. I never liked Kankuro like that, but I just knew what Kankuro could do, and I understood that he was a stronger puppet user, so I viewed it as a really big upgrade, and I thought Chivalry was really good, and I thought that it was good writing that Deidara is somebody who I didn't like, but ended up being Gara, and Gara was somebody who I was really infatuated in season 1, and I did not like the fact that, but I liked it because it was really good storytelling. And so what ended up happening was this. So I stopped watching Shippuden at the when Sasori revealed his red form, and when they started pulling out the puppets. Not that I wasn't interested, it's just that I got hooked on One Piece, and I forgot completely about Naruto. And so what happened was this. So I ended up playing Ultra Ninja Storm 2 when I was in high school. I was a sophomore, and I got suspended twice that year. I got suspended on campus for weed. One time, it fell out of my pocket, and the second time, I went to school, I went on campus high. I'm like, it was doing fucking lunchtime, and so I went to the the bathroom place at lunchtime and shit. So I smoked weed in the bathroom because I couldn't smoke at all. It was either I wasn't gonna smoke that day at all, or I had to smoke in the bathroom. So I got suspended from fucking school twice for weed and shit, and that got caught by Lucky's. I got caught stealing at Lucky's that year too. So I had to do something. I needed to do something, and so I had to stop smoking and shit. And so then I came across Ultra Ninja Storm 2. Was in a whole bunch of that now, wasn't really getting away with being a fake gangster, knowing that I wasn't committing crimes, and then I wasn't getting girls either. And then I came home, I got to play Ultimate Storm 2. Now, I was a big fan of the first Storm series. I used to play with Kid Shikamaru, Kid Sasuke, I always loved Tintin. And the great thing about Storm 2 is it was a new experience, and it was the first legitimate anime game to have online play. So I came out with some Sasori's moveset, it was very easier, to grab and stuff. And so what happened is I would spam this grab, and so in the game, it's a 3D game, and when you grab, it's a cutscene. It's a cutscene, it can throw somebody off the whole fucking rhythm and shit. What you do is you fucking because there's this thing called chakra, right? If you have no chakra, you can grab somebody, because the game is you can teleport behind them, if you fucking try to attack them at all, if you have chakra. So pretty self-explanatory game. If you charge up, the more you charge up, the more you can do hella shit, the more you can fucking do your special, the more it was everything. Now it's separate. Now you can only teleport 4 times instead of unlimited. As long as you charge it, you can teleport. But so what I would do is I would grab you, wait for the cutscene to happen, you'll be on the ground, and then I'll charge up while you're on the fucking ground and shit, and then I'll continue to fucking cycle and shit. I would do hella shit. So what I was trying to do is I would start grabbing, and I noticed that you have to grab online sometimes, but I would grab first thing, and then I'll do a whole bunch of combos, and then I'll make you block my support, and then I'll grab you while you're blocking my support and shit. And I was fucking notorious for doing that. I was fucking grabbing with this puppet dude. And crazy thing about it is the puppets, unlike any other user, has an automatic grab. So I was already grabbing with every character, but with Sasori I grabbed the most. And fucking When he grabs you, like Lily, when he's extended, like Lily, it's a puppet, so you're pulling the string, so like Lily, you have to get through the puppet. It's easy to get through a puppet, like Lily, if you know the game really well, but Lily, the puppet Lily can dash towards you, but you have to hit the body, and he's separated from the puppet in the game, because that's the difference between him, every other fucking character in the game, you have to fight with your fist and stuff like that, Lily. He's the only type of character where his, where his tool and his body are separate, so even if you knock down the Tori, you have to knock down him, but his Tori is fucking flimsy, you can fucking throw a ninja star at the Tori that falls down, then you can take him. And but with teleporting and shit like that, like really, it gets complicated. So what I would do is I would use him because he was easy to use over and over again, and then it was fucking gay because I would realize with him it's easy to win. I don't know if all that other stuff was necessary, but still, he made it easy to win, and I could tell that I was cheating with him because shit that I couldn't get away with other characters, I can get away with him, and I can get away with ease, Lily. And then even when other people started picking cheap characters too, I started justifying like myself and Lily. There was this guy who was faster than the puppet guy, so Lily, there was no excuse that he was OP too, and he's the main character's dad, so I'll be facing like the main character's dad. Lily, a whole bunch of other people, I'll be making excuses like Lily, look at my character's cheap too, but you're using a cheap character too. And then there was one that was even a fucking cheaper character than him. The only character that was cheaper than him in the game was a fucking guy who really fucking sits in the air all day and fucking throws birds in the same fucking direction. So every time you try to charge up, you get hit by a bird. Like Lily, everything. So Lily, if you're a little kid, you can't fucking face this fucking character because he's gonna be in the sky and you're gonna figure out how the fuck do I attack a guy in the sky. But Lily, you can dash towards him, you can do this and fucking that. And Lily, when I was the puppet guy, I would face that dude in the fucking sky. And Lily, he would do hella fucking shit to bring down my puppet. So I'm like, see, he's fair, fucking, because he keeps on throwing shit to bring my fucking puppet down. He's up in the air. I have to fucking Lily try to figure out a way to fucking get him. So I would do hella shit, like I would fucking jump with the puppet in the fucking air and make sure fucking Lily. I would make the puppet towards dash in the air as he's coming down to make sure he was open. I would do some other shit. I would play with the character so much I gave myself excuses. Especially like there's two forms, like Lily, there's a normal form and like Lily, when you're down at health, you can transform in the game. And even his awakening was very fucking raw in the show. Like Lily, he can fucking Lily open fucking Lily 100 fucking puppets that he made over time, and every puppet is somebody he killed in the show. So he gets Lily attributes of people he kills in the show. He summons them all at once. What happens is he has a shell. So Lily, at first he looks like a human, but then he turns into Pinocchio. So you see his wooden exterior once you take off his clothes. So once he takes off his clothes and shit, like Lily, you see who he is as a person and shit. And Lily, he looks young as fuck. He's literally very young, like Lily, Justin Bieber young. He's actually over 40 in the show. And he literally fucking every person he killed, he made a puppet out of him. So that's his story and shit. And so I started playing the game with him, Lily. My brother started saying this and that when I was cheating, when I was using the grab, when I was doing this and that. And Lily, my brother's like, you are hella gay. I'm like, why? He's like, you didn't like when he was in the show. That was true, and that was true to his fullest, because Lily, where I left Art is where he had his best moment, because Lily, I left off before the fight could continue because he had the transformation. So I saw the beginning of the fight, but I was there before it became anticlimactic. So Lily, I was there and I was interested. I'm like, yo, that's really fucking cool, but then I got distracted by One Piece. So Lily, so he's like, you're hella fucking gay. It was gay based off the example. I didn't watch the fight until it got good. I got the gist of it. I'm like, okay, fucking the series as a whole is getting better. Shipton is doing a really good job after it really left off. I was really just liking how it was going in general, but it wasn't hooking to me like it was. And then I saw fucking CP9 and Water 7, and I'm like, fuck this is really, fuck Naruto in general. It wasn't just the Sasori fight, like fuck Naruto in general. It's all about One Piece now. I started getting hooked on One Piece. So when my brother started saying shit like that's hella gay, because presented at the time, I'm not comparing it to fucking me in 7th grade, am I? Literally, what I'm doing is this, Lily, I'm using this fucking character who's easy to fucking use, but there's multiple shit you can use for him, and Lily, I'm making excuses along the way the more I fucking play with this fucking easy ass entry free. And literally, but check this, literally, he can't say it 100%, and he can't say it in a specific situation where we're all nerds, we're all not getting pussy, where we're all fucking running away from fucking anime, not being able to fulfill what else is up to life. Literally, we're all running away shit that I have the right to grab a little bit, I have to do this and that, but at the time I really took race into consideration because literally, I barely cared about this guy in the show, and he's a part of a group, and I hyped every single other person in this group up but him, and now all of a sudden, like, he's the one I focus on the most. And then I'm all like, well, that's why he defeated this and that. So guess what happened in the show, really? He had this epic long down fucking fight for over 3 episodes where he fucking sent the 100. He was up against his grandma who used the same jutsu, who has 2 fucking puppet stars based off his mom and dad. And so he's literally destroying this fucking Lily. He's giving the full perspective where literally a Gangsta can easily just say at the end he lost because there was a girl that super strong, that's a superpower girl, like a super strength girl, and a grandma that knows how to use the puppet jutsu better than him. So literally, he ended up literally losing to that girl at the end of the fight, and so everybody's all like he lost to 2 bitches. So I was infatuated him fucking literally playing him in the fucking game. So when it comes down to that animation rap league, I ask people, yo, I want to have a practice battle. Can I be Sasori? And they're all like, are you fucking kidding me? Do you know how many Pinocchio punch I can make off me? Literally, a punchline fucking gold mine. But literally, they know me. They know how to whack the rap and stuff like that. Literally, it's like he lost to fucking Sakura. Like this and that. They were fucking saying this shit over and over and over again. I'm like, but why? Even though that happened, there's still a lot of things. He's still fucking puppets. So like, there's still fucking a lot of things you can do. Fucking literally, he has a lot of complex abilities. So fucking, this is a rap battle. I can make a whole bunch of schemes on how fucking I can poison you alone. Fucking how my puppets can carry poison. I can do a whole lot of shit. Like literally, fucking, it's because he has separation abilities where I have multiple tools. But no, fucking, they can say no. He lost to fucking Sakura. So guess what happened to me and Sasori over time? I have been in those games. I took it as an L in my life. Like yes, I did use this character over and over and over again to make up for the fact that I wasn't getting pussy, that I wasn't a gangster, that I wasn't doing everything. Yes, I was using him fucking wrongly, but yes, I was. That was a part of my sequence of fame. That was a part of me fucking growing up learning. I was supposed to call this shit out. I'm like, really? Well, his abilities are dope as fuck and stuff that, and so it wouldn't for me considering, yeah, he is fucking gay. I did fucking use him for a wrong reason. He is a Justin Bieber ass, you know, nigga. So that until I started recognizing how games work, really over time, I look at Sasori, it's no longer Justin Bieber hair, it's Shaggy hair. And I look at it now like, no, this is gangster, yo, this is cool. I like it. I like how he's fucking, you know, he's raggy, he puts his hands out there with the gang symbols and shit. Really, I'm looking at him completely different now, because I have to new perspectives. Now I'm not using him to fucking escape the problem. I'm wondering, like, please inform me, like, Lily, I want to make this a shout out, like, Lily, because this is something that was heavily settled for me, because sophomore year was a long time ago. Sophomore year is when me and Arturo first started playing the game, and Lily, this may be a fucking what cringe has. This may be what cringe has, but Lily, with not, you know, charisma, it may have the same amount of things you can do, like the social support. What cringe does is it literally gives you every fucking thing that Sasori has to justify to escape the fact that he lost to 2 bitches, but instead, literally, the way you come at it, when you take a piece of Sasori's story, you get people to back you up. Literally, you can use it for literally for when people use this shit, this entry fee, this little faggot literally made it easy for you to win, right? And so you knew that, right? But literally, he gave you multiple tools along the way, right? So I'm wondering if this is connected to gangster and cringe. Are you gonna really think you're the shit for this entry fee for this long? I'm wondering if this is where cringe is coming from.